Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting has been provided by filing a copy thereof with the municipal clerk on January 7th, 2013, faxing a copy thereof to the Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger on January 8th, 2013 at 8:47 a.m., and posting a copy thereof on the bulletin board on the main floor of Borough Hall, 221 South Fifth Avenue, Highland Park, New Jersey, on January 8th, 2013 at 9 a.m. The fire exits are to my right and my left, your right and left respectively. I would ask members of the public, as well as the council members and professionals, please speak into the microphones. Assistive listening devices are available. Jamie, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Mayor Minkoff,
Here.
Councilwoman Brill-Mittler,
Here.
Councilman Erickson,
Here.
Councilwoman Foster Dublin,
Here.
Councilman Malay,
Here.
Councilman Potts,
Here.
Councilwoman Walkovitz,
Here.
Borough Attorney Schmier,
Here.
Borough Administrator Kovach.
Here.
Okay, before we proceed with the rest of our business, I'd like to, on behalf of the governing body and the entire borough of Highland Park, extend condolences to former mayor and longtime Middlesex County freeholder Jim Polos on the passing of his sister, Georgette Polos, and our hearts, prayers, and good wishes go to freeholder Polos and the entire Polos family. And I would like to ask for a moment of silence and reflection in her memory. Okay, our first order of business for this evening is every year the governing body recognizes service milestones of employees, and we are considered employees of the borough. And one of the longest time members of our governing body is John Erickson, Councilman John Erickson, who in 2012 passed his 10th year of service with the borough. So 2012, 2013. 2013. Well, anyway, this one says 2012, so this is the one we're going to give you. Hopefully that doesn't age you too much. But as mayor, I would like to personally, and your colleague, longtime colleague, probably longer than you would have liked, John, I want to thank you for your dedication and service and commitment to the borough. We're all grateful and better off for your service for these many years.
Thank you.
Huh? Nope, never got one.
How is that possible? Elsie's been here longer than all of us. Can we look into that, please? I'm actually serious, for once. Yeah, well, let's look into that. Elsie should have been recognized multiple times.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Well, under this administration, we are going to redress that unfortunate circumstance. And that's without being critical of any prior administrations, because I was a part of those too. Okay. Length of Service Award, okay. Jamie McCrone is here on behalf of Main Street. And Jamie, this is your Main Street Minute.
Thank you very much. The Shop Highland Park Rewards Loyalty Card that we've talked about before is moving forward. We will have 15 to 20 that we need to roll everything out, probably in the next 3 to 4 weeks. Unity Bank is the principal sponsor. We have the design ready to, and we are signing up merchants. We're continuing to move forward on the redesign of the Main Street website. We have partnered with Elaine Poiret, a photography instructor at Middlesex County Community College, who's helping with her students, or they're working with local merchants to liven up the new site. We're looking forward to seeing what she comes up with. We've just finished a very busy weekend here in Highland Park. The Highland Park 5K run was a success. We had up to 40 or 50 more runners than this time last year, roughly a 10% increase for a total of 460 signups. More than 40 volunteers lined the streets, corralled traffic, handed out water, or helped with registration. And I want to thank everyone, but of particular note, Andrea Bay, Jay Weinberg, Ann Betterton, Amanda Thomas, the volunteer fire department, first aid squad, and DPW all did a fantastic job, as did Highland Park's police officers. The new coordination established by the OEM and the command center was a great idea. The street fair was a bit dampened, if I may use that term, but was impressive. But it was impressive with how many people actually did turn up. I love that about Highland Park. You know, it's like, yeah, it's raining, let's go. So we see that same commitment at the farmers market. Speaking of which, the farmers market will open Friday, June 7th and continue through Friday, December 20th. We'll get our full complement back this year, except for Sudam Farms. They've had some change of life issues there, so they will not be returning. In their place, we will have back the Shore Catch Seafood, who I've been trying to get back to come back for about 3 years, and it looks like they will be able to do that. So we're able to add not just produce and eggs and cheese, but seafood as well, all Jersey fresh, or at least Jersey Shore fresh. And there's even the possibility of another new farmer with meats and produce. I'll know more about that one next week. Next to the parking lot where the farmers set up, we'll be re-inaugurating the artisan market in the vacant lot there. There will be jellies and jams, honeys, jewelry, pottery, pet supplies, a knife sharpener, and some others. The artisan market will run exactly the same day and times as the farmers market. Assuming it's as successful as we're hoping, the two will add value to each other while maintaining the integrity of each brand. Main Street's mercenary reason for wanting this artisan market, beyond attracting new shoppers, is that if one of these merchants starts doing well, he or she may want to look for more permanent settings in one of our storefronts. We were well for the 5K run. We were well ahead of the normal distribution on our signups. Usually, people leave it pretty late, and I think if the weather had been better, we would have broken 500 runners this year. Some of that increase and the timing of the signups may be attributable to ads we ran on WCTC and on News 12. I'll be looking at the reports at the end of the month to see if that actually did work out. We have a number of videos ready to go on a number of fronts, and we have a budget for more this year. So seeing where they could run to get the best return on investment will be very important. TV advertising, as you may know, is difficult here because our market is divided into two areas. Half of the market we would be advertising to is Comcast, half is Verizon Cablevision. So anything you want to do is going to be run, you have to run twice. Or,
that's three halves, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Cablevision, thank
I just want you to know I'm paying attention.
Cablevision and Verizon, I think, overlap. That's why I said it didn't quite that way. News 12. What we bought was time on News 12, which was we were able to get coverage in both Comcast and the Verizon worlds. So I'm eager to see how that works out. I'll get the reports in another week or so. With the addition of BBQ Cafe and Sports Bar, Simuel's Closet, as well as the new pharmacy at 75 Raritan, the kickboxing business going into the old bike shop space, and the Minuteman Press printer going in next to OQ Coffee, our only two vacancies in downtown are the old Trio space and the old martial arts space on North 4th Avenue. So I think that's very, very encouraging. Finally, downtown is looking better than ever. Our volunteers planted more than 150 downtown planters. You may notice that one or two have been left empty. They will be part of a green roof soil pilot project, which we hope will be a model for other towns and cities, as it will be more sustainable and cheaper to maintain. We'll give you periodic updates on the progress and how it's working.
What does that mean, Jamie?
Sorry?
I'm sorry, what is that? Is that going to be for like the environmental center? You're going to grow some grass in there? Or?
We're going to do, the idea is that we will use engineered soil. like what they put on sustainable roofs, like at the environmental center. And it needs far less watering. You can leave plants in it year-round. Currently, even if you have a plant that's cold tolerant in this, for this zone, leaving it in a planter which is exposed to the air, it'll die. We're hopeful that in fact this will allow us to plant less often and secondarily water less often. It's all good things. So that'll be coming in the next probably week or two. And again, I'll give you updates as they become available. So lastly, on this point, I want to thank everyone who participated in Planting Day, but I want to give a special mention to Ira Grassgreen and Meredith Carmen, who coordinated the planting and who do such a fantastic job year after year. Main Streets never looked better, and I think we should all feel very proud and pleased with the direction things are going. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay, thank you, Jamie. All right, council reports. Councilmember Foster Dublin.
Okay. On the avenue, there we have our electronic signaling device, or electronic prompter, I should say. It's letting, what's highlighted now is the ticket campaign, and it's just to warn everyone that you need to wear your seatbelt, and that was a grant that we received for the Click It or Ticket. So please, everyone, please wear your seatbelt for your safety, not just to avoid a ticket, but it's something that you should do, and it saves lives. Also, our gun safety task force has been meeting for some time, and we're happy to announce that we will be doing a Highland Park gun safety PSA. And we're looking for aspiring actors and actresses to come out and support. Gary Leslie has graciously volunteered to produce a series that we're going to be working on. And Susie and I have been working on this program through the Board of Health and through the Public Safety Task Force, and we're looking to put together a number of little vignettes that will teach people how to ask someone about gun safety, and if you have a gun in the home. It would be similar to your children going for a play date, and you would ask certain things. You would ask, do you have peanut butter? My child is allergic. It would be something similar to that we're going to put on. So it's the program is How to Ask, and Highland Park will be doing that. Stay tuned for more information. You can either reach myself or Susie. And I want to report that this past street fair, for the first time, we had an incident command center, and that was manned by Freeholder Polos and the entire public safety and DPW team, and it went well, and it's just one of the many things that OEM is doing to keep us safe, and in case there should be an emergency, they'll be well prepared to deal with any issues such as that. And then also, this coming Monday, it's our Memorial Day, and I'm asking everyone to come out and lend a support to our veterans that have supported us through the years, keeping us safe. And we'll have a number of events going on this year. We have our normal event starting at our normal event, which starts at about 8:30 in the morning, and that starts at the firehouse, and we go to about 6 different locations, and we lay wreaths in remembrance. We're also going to be, this year, we're going to be going over by the center school, and we're going to be renaming a street, and it's going to be called the Fallen Heroes Way. So that's going to be done at about 12:30. There will be a special ceremony that will be done. So again, we're encouraging everyone to come out and support those who supports us in keeping our country safe. And last but not least, it's on a very sad note that I'm announcing that Sarah Castellano passed away. And you may ask, who is Sarah? Sarah has been a crossing guard in Highland Park for 40 years, and she served our children well in her services. For over 40 years, she was a crossing guard here. And with that, can we have a brief moment of silence in remembrance of Sarah? Thank you. Mayor, that's my report.
Thank you. Councilman Potts.
Thank you. This coming Friday, May 24th, is Kite Day here in Highland Park, and it's held at Donaldson Park, and it starts at 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon. The ages for this event are from 4 to 12, and all children must be accompanied by an adult. This event is free of charge, and if you're interested in picking up a kite kit, just contact the Highland Park Office of Recreation. They have plenty of those, and they'd be glad to provide this to you. Chronologically, keeping in order, the second annual live mentorship kickball game is going to be held this coming Sunday, May 26th, also at Donaldson Park in Grove Number 1 from 2 to 6. This mentorship program is something that's spearheaded by our young adult resident, Ashton Borough. And so he is having a second annual kickball game this year down at Donaldson Park on Sunday. So I'll ask that anyone who might be available would try to attend that. There'll be face painting, refreshments, live DJ. It'll be a good time on Sunday. And of course, Elsie is going to keep you busy on Monday with the Memorial Day Parade events. Finally, just as a reminder, starting Tuesday, May 28th, not only the Senior Youth Center, but also the entire Borough of Highland Park, Borough Hall, goes to their summer schedule hours. So I mentioned that again. I know the Borough Administrator had mentioned that at our last council meeting. But just as a reminder, the hours starting on Tuesday, May 28th, will start to be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 8 to 5:30, Thursday from 8 to 4:30, and then our offices will be closed on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Wolkowitz.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few things. This past weekend was a very busy weekend, and also another successful library book sale was held. We brought in close to $7,000, and we'd like to thank very much all the volunteers who worked so hard for the entire week before, organizing and setting up the books, and for everybody who came out and purchased a book. Thank you very much. Also this week, there'll be an awards dinner. The American Council of Diversity the American Conference on Diversity of Central New Jersey is honoring a longtime Highland Park resident, Lola Camp, and the awards dinner is this Thursday. Congratulations to Lola Camp for her hard work and volunteerism over the many years. Also tonight we'll be appointing Maureen Vogel-Horowitz for an alternate member to the Board of Health. Maureen is a certified mental health care professional, and her background will provide a welcome addition to the board. And lastly, just a reminder that our home improvement program is still active and open to people that qualify. Please take a look. There's forms and information on the Borough Clerk's desk out front, and there's also some information on our website. What the Borough is doing is funding for home improvements to people that qualify, if their incomes qualify according to the standard guidelines. And tonight we'll be approving a few of those applications. So please tell your friends and neighbors to take a look at what those guidelines are. They're pretty rich, and I think you'd be surprised that you may just fit the guidelines. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Bill Mittler.
Thank you, Mayor. So for those of you sitting here watching this, you know there's a man in the back of the room behind a camera. And for those of you who are watching this from home, please know that Gary Leslie and his HPTV staff, or fine volunteers, have been working to provide you with programming through our cable television. He is having a meeting of his volunteer group, so anyone who would like to participate can come on May 23rd. Gary, what time is it? 7 p.m. here in the Borough Hall. Gary's got some great ideas, and he needs people to work with him to actually execute them. So thank you, Gary. Our Public Information Committee has been very active. There's a new e-news that went out today. As you know, it goes out every other Tuesday. Big thank you to our new communications employee, Stacy Kaplan, our excellent team of Monica Jackson, and our committee chair, Matt Hirsch, for making sure that this goes out on a timely basis and including some very important information. If you have not yet signed up for the e-news, you can do that by visiting the website, the Borough website, hpborough.com, and signing up there. There's a very exciting new column on our e-news called Highland Marks. And we get to feature some people who have had some outstanding acknowledgments or made outstanding contributions to the borough. And you'll see there's someone featured this week, and we hope to have at least one of our residents featured in this regular column every 2 weeks. Jamie mentioned the new Main Street website, and I had the chance to view it last week one day. It's beautiful. It's almost complete. It's working its way through some changes, and there's some fine photography and some good thinking there, and he'll be presenting it to the council tonight. Speaking of Main Street and downtown, in an effort to continue to make our downtown vibrant, walkable, and safe, we have been working on formulating a resolution so that we can become a complete streets community. I hope to have some news on that for you shortly. And tomorrow, Councilwoman Welkowitz and I will be going to a meeting of Keep Middlesex Moving in our continued efforts to find better ways to keep people commuting without using their cars. And that's all I have for you right now.
Thank you. Councilman Erickson?
No report.
Council President Millay?
No report.
Borough Administrator?
No report.
Borough Attorney?
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, so I just have two quick things, and then we will open the floor to some public discussion. First, I was not able to be at these various, the multitude of events that we had this weekend. I've heard wonderful reviews, and I had a daughter graduate college in Washington, so I just was not able to make it back. So, you know, sometimes family milestones have to take precedence, because that literally was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. So I hope everybody understands, but I did get very positive feedback from the street fair, from the 5K run. The planters look terrific, and that causes me to yet again recognize it seems endless level of enthusiasm, energy, and commitment that not just the people on this dais have for the borough, but the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of volunteers that make so much of what happens in Highland Park that's terrific possible. So I personally want to thank all the volunteers for their efforts. I certainly don't want to, bless you, I certainly would be remiss if I did not thank the governing body, our professionals that assisted, support from Freeholder Polos in the county, and a cast of many others. And but it's extremely important that we express that gratitude repeatedly, so I want to do that. The other thing I want to mention is that we received $360,000 from the state of New Jersey, from the Department of Transportation, for various road improvement and infrastructure projects. So I don't believe I mentioned that at the last meeting. So I wanted to just let everybody know that notwithstanding whatever you may or may not be reading in the papers, we do continue, meaning that because there are always these budget controversies happening in Trenton. And the fact is that they do still, in fact, have money available for municipalities, and we do everything we can to get our fair share. And although we did ask for more, we're grateful for what we did receive. So I mentioned those two items, and now I am happy to open the floor for public discussion. Is there anybody who is here that would like to speak? Okay. Well, right now we don't have any public discussion, so I'm going to ask the clerk to report the, yes, I'm sorry, somebody does? Oh, do you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Matt, okay. Matt qualifies as somebody.
just to dovetail on what Gail.
I'm sorry, could you please identify yourself and give us your address for the record?
Sure. My name is Matthew Hirsch, 333 Felton Avenue, here in town. And just to segue from what Gail had mentioned, we're all someone in Highland Park, and we do have a follow-up submission to Highland Mark's column and for the next E-News. And in this case, it's an 8th grader at the middle school who was made it to the final round of the New Jersey Geography B. And had qualified for the state B after winning the Highland Park Middle School B and then getting one of the top 100 scores on a written statewide test. So this is really cool. I mean, we're really excited about it because we've already begun to get submissions in and good positive feedback. And these are these kind of small, not very, not insignificant accomplishments that we just don't get a chance to really highlight, but I think that people are really excited to amplify. So hopefully we'll keep them coming, and that's it. Thanks.
That is certainly worthy of Highland Marks. Thank you, Matt. And that reminds me, as long as we're talking about communications, I forgot to mention, because I don't think we've brought this up, and how this happened, I don't know, but one day we opened up the Star Ledger, or looked at NJ.com, and there was a ranking of websites for municipalities in the state of New Jersey. And I think that while we know there are well over 500 municipalities, it turns out that almost all of them have a website. And I was pleased as I scrolled down the list to see that Highland Park ranked number 37 on that list. So 37 out of 500, I think, puts us in the top, 6.5%? If I did that correctly. So that's pretty good. What? Close enough for government work, as they say? Okay. So the fact is that I don't know, I'm still not sure that I remember all the criteria that were used. Certainly, we're going to look at the websites that were placed 1 through 36 to see what we can learn. Perhaps there are some that are further down on the list that we can learn from. But as a surprise, I think that is a tribute to our professional team and, again, to our volunteers that have built and maintain the website. And I know that it's a useful resource for many, and we will continue to look at ways to improve its utility and just in general. Thanks for all that hard work. Okay, so I was about to ask the clerk to report on the introduction of an ordinance naming Middlesex County as enforcing the Agency for Fire Prevention for consideration of passage on first reading by title.
An ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending the Code of the Borough of Highland Park, 2010, Chapter 39, concerning the Fire Prevention Enforcement Agency, has been introduced in writing by the Public Safety Committee for consideration of passage on first reading by title.
Okay, can I have a motion to adopt and advertise on first reading by title?
Motion to adopt?
Second?
Roll call?
Councilwoman Brill Mittler,
Yes.
Councilman Erickson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster Dublin,
Yes.
Councilman Malay,
Yes.
Councilman Potts,
Yes.
Councilwoman Welkowitz,
Yes.
Okay, I need a resolution, I need a motion to separate item number, on our consent agenda, item number 513-176, I believe it is, resolution to approve Block Party Volunteer Fire Department. This is the one we want to separate?
yeah.
Okay, can I have a motion?
So
Motion
moved.
to
You guys want to make up your mind?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I'm glad we sorted that out. Okay. Do we need a roll call for that? Ed? Oh, can we have just by acclamation?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that seems unanimous. Okay, so do we do the consent agenda first, or do we do that separated item first? Consent agenda first. Okay, so on the consent agenda, we have items 513-171 through 513-182. These are all resolutions to approve change orders for the public safety building, to amend the annual salary resolution, to approve the bills list, to approve purchase of police department equipment, to approve, I'm sorry, it's not 513-171 through 182 inclusive, it's 513-171 through 175 inclusive, and 177 through 182 inclusive. I apologize. Anyway, I was up to 513-175, which is the resolution to approve refund of food vendor fee. 513-177, which is the resolution to approve the final pay estimate number 2 for Envirocon LLC for the library HVAC system. Resolution to approve pay estimate number 2 for Sava Construction to execute home improvement program agreement to dedicate a street in honor of our fallen heroes, to approve record licenses, and to authorize the execution of our animal control agreement. May I have a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Brill Mittler,
Yes.
Councilman Erickson,
Yes.
Councilwoman DeFoster Dublin,
Yes.
Councilman Malay,
Yes.
Councilman Potts,
Yes.
Councilwoman Welkowitz,
Yes.
Okay, resolution 513-176 to approve block party volunteer fire department. Can I have a motion to adopt?
Motion?
Second?
Okay, can I have a roll call?
Councilwoman Brill Mittler,
Abstain.
Councilman Erickson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster Dublin,
Yes.
Councilman Malay,
Yes.
Councilman Potts,
Yes.
Councilwoman Welkowitz.
Yes.
Before we finalize the vote, I want to explain what this is. And we purchased a new fire engine last year, and the fire department will be doing a dedication. And traditionally, when they do a dedication, they have a wet down and it's a celebration. And this is a part of their traditional wet down celebration and dedication of their fire engine. And everyone is welcome to attend the event and participate.
Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda is number 24, 513-183, Chapter 159, 2012, Clean Communities. I assume this is our grant?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, can I have a motion to adopt?
So moved? Second?
Roll call?
Councilwoman Brill Mittler,
Yes.
Councilman Erickson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster Dublin,
Yes.
Councilman Malay,
Yes.
Councilman Potts,
Yes.
Councilwoman Welkowitz.
Yes.
Okay, clerk, can you report the election of a volunteer firefighter?
I received notification from the Highland Park Volunteer Fire Department of the election of Brenton Porter as a volunteer firefighter.
Can I have a motion to confirm?
So moved?
Second. Roll call?
Councilwoman Brill Mittler,
Yes.
Councilman Erickson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster Dublin,
Yes.
Councilman Malay,
Yes.
Councilman Potts,
Yes.
Councilwoman Welkowitz.
Yes.
And as they say in mayor's speak, I hereby appoint Maureen Vogel Horowitz as alternate number 1 to the Highland Park Board of Health. Congratulations, Maureen, and thank you in advance. Okay, do we have any open items? Okay, we're up to our second round of public discussion. Any public comment? Okay, seeing that there's none, can I have a motion to adjourn to our conference session?
Motion to adjourn?
Okay,
Second.
thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, you have a second? We have a second. Okay, now the meeting's adjourned. Thank you. Good night.